Boston Celtics, Brooklyn Nets. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all when it comes to this series. This one will probably be the new 12 o'clock game. This will be the early game in the series. Mainly because of this. The Boston Celtics have zero chance of beating this team. They don't have enough firepower. They don't have enough players. They don't have enough people. We don't believe in them. They need more people. And mainly it's because Brooklyn literally can score at will. And even though this is the playoffs, Boston does not have the defenders to stop them. That's where the issue runs in. I was hoping that Boston would give them something, and they looked better without, honestly, Jaylen Brown with him being hurt. They looked better the first half, and then Brooklyn just turned it up. They started off the game like 1 for 10 from 3. So, of course, Brooklyn shot themselves out of the first half, and then they turned it up, and Kevin Durant became Kevin Durant. There's 3 tiers of players in this league. There's multiple tiers, but the top tier in this league is LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and then it's everybody else in the other tiers. It's no shade to everybody else in their skill level, but it's ridiculous how good Kevin Durant is. It really is. It's unreal. And I've watched him for years in Oklahoma City, so I understand the greatness of Kevin Durant. But my God, the dude he gets a shot. He gets a quiet 30-something. He just goes out and scores. And then, of course, we all joke about how he falls like Peter Griffin in these awkward falling positions and then just gets up and goes. That may be a good thing because of his skinniness. That may help him just be able to be durable in that capacity. But I'm asking the question. I have 2 questions. One, can offense win you a chip? And I don't know. I don't think so. Now, we can always point out Golden State and how they were winning their chips. That was just outscoring everybody. But Golden State also was a top 5 defense every year. I think top 5 or top 10 minimum of every year they won their championships. They were a defensive team. Really good defensive team. And they could just shoot the freaking lights out in the gym. That's the difference maker. Brooklyn, I don't see them as a defensive team. And they've got 3 guys that are just ridiculous. From Kevin Durant being able to score when he wants to, Kyrie Irving's handles, which it is art. It's poetry in motion watching Kyrie Irving do what he does with the ball. Sorry, it's beautiful. And he is weird and it's just great for the league. It's great having a guy like him when he plays. And then James Harden, which I think he is an X factor for them this entire playoffs, because this will be the first year that James Harden will come into the playoffs and not be exhausted. And what I mean by exhausted is that he hasn't had to put up a ton of shots to carry his team into the playoffs and now carry them deeply into it. He doesn't have to do any of that. James Harden is the 3rd option on that team. Trust and believe. He's number 3. And he has accepted that role beautifully to where he will be the X factor for them. I don't see James Harden disappearing this year. I do not. I also see him as probably the only player that will be playing in the second round for this team. I'm not wishing anything on them because I would love to see Brooklyn go to the finals, and it'd be a fun matchup watching them play against a defensive team. But the biggest problem with them is that they don't stay healthy, because I don't think we have proof that they're a healthy team ever. I mean, they've only played 10 games together? That tells you something this season. Chemistry is important. And I think that once they go up against a defensive team, a true defensive team that's not injured like Boston is, it's done. They're done. Kevin's going to get his, but I don't think the other 2 will get theirs. That's just my thought. Now for Boston, we're at a crossroads, guys. This series will be ended. Brooklyn will sweep. 4-0. There's no chance that Boston has in this one. They may prove me wrong and win 1, but they're not going to win this series. 0 chance. Boston, it's time to go ahead and reflect. Look in the mirror, decide what you're going to do. It's probably time to move on from a lot of different things. A lot of different things.